My name is GB Wong, and I'm the Principal PM Manager from Microsoft. Today, I want to talk about how you can easily lift and shift your SSIS packages to Azure using ADF v2. Before we get started, let's understand what ADF is. ADF is the Azure Data Factory, which is a Microsoft unified platform for ETL and ELT on Azure. ADF allows you to build pipelines. What is data pipeline? Data pipeline is a chain of activities, such as data movement or transformation. The data set are name, references, or pointer to data, such as input or output. Now, some of these activities produce or consume data sets. Link services actually represent those connection information for these resources. In ADF v2, we introduced a new concept called integration runtime. And integration runtime, or we call it IR, stands for ADF compute resources. These compute resources can perform data movement, transformation, including SSIS package executions. Customer can deploy one or more instances of IR, and these IR can be on public network or inside a VNet. In ADF v2, we have an IR type called Azure SSIS IR, so that customer can run the SSIS packages on it. The SSIS IR is now available as public preview. We have it already available on East US or North Europe region. We have 6 nodes available, and we have the standard SKU available. We also support classical VNet right now, and with 24/7 lifecycle support. Post public preview, what we are working on right now is on releasing more location support, more node size support, the enterprise use support, and also the third-party support so that you can run the third-party extension on it. Now, let's look at how we can do the provisioning for this service. There are 2 ways you can do. One is you can do it with PowerShell script. Second, you can do it with the ADF v2 portal. This is a sample PowerShell script that you can download and use from the MSDN. All you need to do is to replace some of these parameters as highlighted, and you should be able to provision the services using the PowerShell script. Or you can directly provision the services using the ADF v2 portal. Just go to the Azure dashboard, click on the ADF instances that you have, then identify the link called ADF v2 and click on it. At the very bottom, you can click on the connection tab, where on the top you will see the integration services show up. Now, click on the new of the integration runtime. Here you can see the lift and shift SSIS packages integration runtime. Click on it, and you will be prompted to fill up some of the information of your IR, such as the name, the description, the node size, etc. Then you will be prompted to fill up information such as the SQL Server for creating your SSIS DB. Also, you'll be prompted to provide information for more advanced configuration settings, such as the parallel execution or the VNet configuration. Now, once you started the provision, it's going to take 10 to 20 minutes. When it's done, the status of the IR will become started, and now you can actually run your packages on it. You can stop the services, but each time when you stop and restarting the services, there are about 20 to 30 minutes delay for restarting the node resources. When you stop your Azure service IRs, it will take about 1 to 2 minutes to release these resource nodes. Once it is done, you can edit the IR to change the node size or the node type, etc. Now, once you're done, you can actually start deploying the packages for running on the Azure SSIS IR. There are different ways you can do. The first approach is SSMS or SSDT. The second one is the command line using the IS deployment wizard executable. The third is to use the PowerShell script or the custom .NET code. And the fourth is the T-SQL script. Here's an example on deploying using SSMS. First, you need to log into it. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is you need to specify the database as called SSIS DB before you log in. Once you log into it, you'll see all these familiar menu items similar to how you do it on premises. Click on the deploy project, and you will be prompted with the deployment wizard, and you just point your deployment server to the Azure DB, and then you can deploy. Now, once you deploy your packages, you can execute it. And there are different ways you can execute these packages on Azure. First is to use the SSMS. Second, you can directly run the dt-exec.exe, or you can use a PowerShell script or custom .NET script to trigger the execution. And you can also use T-SQL script to do that as well. Here's an example in SSMS that you can execute the packages. You can select which package you want to execute. Now, in order to monitor the package execution status or the IO status, there's different ways you can do it. First, you can use SSMS to monitor the package execution. Second, you can also use the PowerShell script provided by ADF v2 to monitor the IO status in terms of whether the IO is running or not, how many available nodes, etc. In the future, we'll also provide ADF v2 portal to allow you to monitor both the IO status as well as the package execution status. Here is an example on how you can monitor the package execution using SSMS. It's the same way as before. You go to the report menu item and check the all execution selection. Now, the last thing you want to do is actually to schedule the execution. There are different ways you can schedule it. Depends on how you set up. If you're on-premises SQL Server user, you can use the on-premise SQL Server agent, just like today, how you do it. If you are Azure SQL DB user and you are using the Azure SQL DB to host the SSIS DB, you can use Elastic Job to do so. If you are Azure SQL MI customers using MI Server to host the SSIS DB, you can actually use the Azure SQL MI agent to schedule your execution. Now, last but not least, you can also use ADF to schedule your SSIS execution, either using the store proc activity, or in the future, we're going to provide an SSIS activity that you can directly schedule the SSIS execution. Here's an example on how you can use SSMS and the SQL Server agent to trigger the execution. Here's a list of steps that you need to do if you want to use Elastic Job to do the scheduling. Here's a list of steps that you need to do if you want to use ADF store proc activity to do the scheduling. Once again, we have so many resources available online to help you live and shift your SSIS packages. Thank you for watching.